Well, better late than never, folks. Good afternoon, good evening. We're glad to have you on board wherever you are on planet Earth, and we welcome you to Heights Stadium, home of the Wichita Heights Falcons, for today's Greater Wichita Athletic League doubleheader, featuring your Northwest Grizzlies and the aforementioned Heights Falcons. This is the JV contest. We apologize for getting on late. Actually, we got on right on schedule and got knocked off the air by another Northwest broadcast who volleyball is broadcasting also today, and they inadvertently used our YouTube codes to get in. So as soon as they launched their broadcast, they knocked us off the air. And it took us 15 minutes just to figure out what had happened, and then another 15 minutes to change some settings and get back on live with you. But we are indeed live. This is the junior varsity contest. The Grizzlies lead 1-0 with 13 and change remaining here in the first half. There we go. Now we have our clock corrected to the stadium clock. Heights is in their black home uniforms, and Northwest is in their road whites. You just see a shot go wide. That'll be a goal kick for Northwest. Northwest playing from right to left as you're looking at your screen, and the wind blowing 25 miles an hour, as it always seems to in Wichita, and it's always especially windy here at Heights because there's not much around this stadium to stop it. The difference today is the wind is out of the north, so the wind is blowing from left to right on this north-south field, and the Grizzlies are playing into the stiff breeze here in the first half. Cold front came through this morning. It's really kind of pleasant, 80 degrees as we are playing right now. Heights with a corner kick on the far side of the field. I'd tell you who the starters were, but at this point, that's kind of pointless since we're already deep into the first half. So we'll introduce the players as they get their touches for Northwest. There's one that's going to bounce over the goal line, and that will be a goal kick for Northwest. Danny Avila is in goal for the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies just now are making a substitution, bringing in Matias Ornelas and I lost track of who just came in.
Number 12?
Yeah, thank you. Eli Crabal just came in for the first time. Your executive producer here is April Isbell, and we're also getting a very welcome helping hand from Amaya Bates today, from both ladies from the girls soccer program here at Northwest. Grizzlies have the ball at center, taken away by Heights. A little bunch ball going on, and that one gets past Memphis, comes all the way back to the back line, and now Christopher Correa Sandoval will kick it out of play, and it will be a throw in for the Falcons. Varsity game will follow after this one. And it would appear that the administration here at Heights is, thank you. Thank you, Maya. Appreciate that. The wind got our script up here. People had been sitting over here on this side, which they're not supposed to do. And the administration and security have very expeditiously routed them all out and booted them over to the other side where they get to look into the sun. In soccer, the spectators and the players are not supposed to be on the same side of the field in high school. I assume you two knew that.
I did know that.
Okay. You knew that? Okay. So that's why you see the mass exodus. It's not like they're leaving and going home and giving up. 9:15 to go, first half, 1-0 Northwest. Junior varsity game. That one gets chipped out of play. It'll belong to the Falcons. And there's one deep, a crossing pass, and it's knocked out of play. Good job that time by David George to get it out of danger. It'll be a corner kick for the Falcons. They'll have the wind at their back, and they'll be taking it from the near side. Ryan King will take this for the Falcons. In the air it goes, looking for a header, and it goes through everybody, and closest person to it over there is Northwest number 18, Ornelas. Out towards center. Heights gets it and chips it, and if we're smart, we're going to let it go. No, we didn't let it go, and nice job by Julian Garcia to get that one back. Now Memphis sends one up the near side, and if it stays in bounds, which it does, Grizzlies have something cooking. Now it gets knocked out of play. That'll be a Northwest throw in. And the Grizzlies will sub in Oscar Morales, number 16, and Isaac Alvarez Tavallos came out. Huh? Greg came in? Well, who did he come in for? Greg Kamerick returned to the game. Number 3 for Northwest. He'll be joining us up here for the varsity contest. Sizemore, nice trap. Sends it forward. Umeri can't get to it. Back to Sizemore. He's got it at the 30. Sends it forward. Umeri hustling for it. Can he get a centering pass off? A weak pass intercepted by Heights and sent out to center. Morales gets a foot on it. Can't control it. 2 against 1. The Falcons are going to win the battle there on the far side. And there's a nice through ball, and here's a chance for the Falcons. Centering pass, there's a shot, goes over everything. It'll be a goal kick for Northwest, and it will come with 6 minutes to go here in half number 1. Kick is taken by Danny Avila and comes out to the 20. Kept it low with the big wind in his face. And Heights again sends one through. That's going to go over the goal line. That'll be another goal kick for Northwest. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Grizzly Soccer on YouTube is brought to you in part by Dr. Steve Priddle and the Women's Health Group of Manhattan.
How to do this? Sure you do. Sit down. Sit. This is easy. This is easy. We're going to do a little teaching on the fly here, folks. Remember, this is a classroom for the kids. Okay. I just ran this commercial spot. Okay. Now when it's done, you remove it. So click on remove up here. Then go to add clip. Whoop. That was me. Get out of there. Go to add clip. And go all the way to the end of that batch. Okay, I'm running them backwards. Okay, so go to the second last one and double click on it. And to launch it, you'll press the word cut. And your cue to cut it will be This is Grizzly Soccer. Okay? Can you handle that? It's easy. And if you mess up, nobody's going to get mad at you. The only people getting mad at are the volleyball people. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, here's Northwest digging the ball out. Oops. Heights just took it back, folks. They've got some numbers down there, 5-on-6. There's a shot that's blocked by the defense. Craig Cameron comes over to grab it. And his pass forward goes out of play. It'll turn over to Heights. 3:42 to go, first half. 1-0 Grizzlies, junior varsity game. That one gets chipped out to Isaac Featherston with it. Heights gets it back. Now it's being bounced around on this very hard AstroTurf surface that they have here at Heights High. And a foul is called. It'll be a free kick for Northwest. David George takes it and launches one pretty good boot into the wind. Cabral gets it on the near side. He centers one for Ernest. Ernest sends it wide. And there's a shot that goes wide, and it's going to stay in. The wind is going to hold it in, but then it's going to roll out of bounds on the side. It'll be a throw in for Heights. The wind kept it from going over the goal line. And I'm laughing because the throw-in was being cheated by about 20 yards. And the referees caught it. Good for them. There's a shot and a score. Now somebody tell me who that is, because I can't read his number. Is that Sizemore? It is. It's Jude Sizemore with the goal. Okay, add a goal here. Go down here and punch this up. One. There you go. Now to get the commercial thing back, you click on video clips and that screen comes back. Okay? And you have to stop the clock. Because the clock stopped. Go ahead and that's it. And when we catch up to this, start it again. Okay? Free kick coming for Northwest. Emerson Ernest is going to take it. And he gets it into the penalty area, but there's nobody over there except Heights Falcons players. Now it comes back out to center. Morales will send it forward. And Heights intercepts. David George gets it right back. Grizzlies keeping it in the north end of the field, playing into the wind. There's another shot. That's going to go over everything. That'll be a goal kick. And now we're going to go ahead and take that timeout. So we'll be back in 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
This portion of Soccer on YouTube is brought to you by the Don and Aloma Willie family, proud grandparents of Grizzly midfielder Sawyer Ross, number 13.
And we're back here, and Heights on the march here, less than a minute to go in the first half. 30 seconds, in fact. Craig Cameron sends it back. Craig gets another foot on it. And this is a foul, and it will be a free kick for Northwest. Quickly taken. And there's a long one down the entire length of the field, and either Featherston was going to get a shot on goal or it's going to end the half, and it's going to be the latter. Okay, I want you to remove that one. Go to Ed. You need to go back one folder. So you need to go up here and Oh, see, I touched it again. I've got you messed up. Click on commercials there. And I want the 4-minute one right there. Ready? We're going to take it to a break, and then we'll be back with our halftime extravaganza. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Soccer.
Friendly is finding a better rate, an instant debit card, scholarships and teacher grants for projects, loans specifically for teachers and healthcare professionals, being the #1 auto lender for a reason. More than $400,000 in community partnerships. Credit Union of America. Welcome to Friendly. Learn more at cuofamerica.com.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Shall we book it? Yes. Yeah. Yes. I love it.
Hi friends, Phil Nightingale, General Manager at Mount Hamilton Ford. Have you been thinking about a new SUV? Right now is a great time to buy a new Ford at the big corner of 119th and West Kellogg. EcoSport, Escape, Edge, Explorer, Expedition. Mount Hamilton Ford is sure to have the right vehicle to fit your size. And you know you can count on us with this great selection to find the right SUV at the best price to fit your budget. Check us out online or in person. Let us make your purchase easy with pickup and delivery right from your home or work. Mount Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
Grizzly Soccer Online is supported by Todd Eflin Narrates. I'm the voice you hear on our sponsor announcements. My wife is an alum of Northwest, and this is my 6th season as your announcer. I was a longtime radio personality in Wichita, and now do full-time voice acting. You can use my voice for your business, like product or training videos, telephone systems, radio or TV spots, and audiobooks. Learn more online at toddeflin.com. That's TODDEFLIN.com.
Put her on a right wing, and like 10 seconds after the game started, they deliberately kicked it out of bounds so that they could sub for her. And she got a standing ovation. Okay, we are back here at Heights High, folks. 2-0, Grizzlies lead at halftime. This is the junior varsity contest, and the varsity contest will follow about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Beautiful day here in Doodah. 80 degrees, Very windy. Stiff breeze out of the north, blowing 25 miles an hour steady and gusting to 35. And I had started to mention that a cold front came through earlier today, which it did. And a second cold front is due to come through tomorrow morning. And that's going to plunge the temperatures tomorrow. The high tomorrow here is only supposed to be 62. And during the football game tomorrow night, and we are on, by the way, tomorrow night with football at 6:30 right here on NWHS Grizz, so please join us. During the game tomorrow night, the temperature is supposed to drop into the 40s. And it's homecoming at Northwest this week. So what kind of, ladies, what kind of homecoming activities have gone on at school this week? Anything? Spirit Week? So what do they do on Spirit Week?
They have a theme each day, and you dress the theme, and then if you dress it, you go to the picnic table and you can get cookie points for your grade.
Okay. Makes sense. They didn't have anything like pajama day where everybody wears their pajamas. And I've noticed that. Yeah, that it is every day. Yeah, April Isbell with the quick quip, oh, that's every day. And you're right, it is every day. I've seen more pajama tops and bottoms around at school than you can shake a stick at. But I'm talking a formal pajama day. Was there one? Okay. Well, that's reasonable. Well, we got about 3 minutes to go here in halftime, and then we'll be ready to bring you the second half. Do me a favor and click on overlay. There we go. Scoreboard wasn't up. Somehow you must have clicked the clear button by mistake. Okay, now what you can do here, pardon the instructions, folks. Go ahead and click on video clips again and add. Go into the 10-second folder, and every goal kick will run one of those. And if it's easier for you to start at the top and work down, that's fine. Don't do that one because we don't have them anymore. Don't do the first two. Start with the third one. The third one. That's this one. The third one is that one. Double click on it. Okay, and then when you hit cut, it'll start. Okay. Make sense? All right. This is how we learn, folks. We crawl before we walk.
I think we're dragging a little bit right now. We're not crawling yet.
Okay. They're dragging. They're not crawling. I've been informed. But even so. Really small crowd here tonight. Just a handful of folks from each school. You know, I could probably, if I really wanted to, I could probably take, there's 5, 6, 10, 13, 15, 17, 23, 24. There's 24 people here. Very small crowd. That may change when the varsity teams take the field. But we're over here by our lonesome. There's nobody over here but us. And the scoreboard operator 2 doors down. That's it. Okay, when they kick off, you're going to start time. Okay? Grizzlies will be playing from left to right here in the second half. They will have the 25-mile-an-hour wind at their back. And would you confirm for me that Sandoval's in goal? Yeah. Christopher Correa Sandoval is in goal for Northwest here in the second half. Heights will kick off to start play here in half number 2. The horn went off and everybody jumped. They're waiting for a clock reset. And away we go. And April Isbell, tell me the fundamental mistake just made on the kickoff. Huh? It was made by the referee. Oh, he did that, yeah. Huh? No, he doesn't have to point.
What is it then, Kevin? What is it?
When you're doing a two-man referee system, the kickoff whistle is always behind the ball.
Oh, yeah.
The wrong guy blew the whistle.
No, I've never done a two-man.
I love doing two-man. That was my favorite. It still is. I think a good two-man is better than a bad three-man any old day. Heights with the ball, marching northward, and they get a shot off. It's a weak shot. Chris will have an easy pickup, and he'll have a goalkeeper distribution for Northwest. Out it comes towards center, and the wind really carried that one. 65 yards on that boot, and it gets tapped all the way back to Heights goalkeeper Eli Carney. He distributes on the near side. It's taken by Northwest. Quincy O sends it over to Memphis. Memphis gets it back, leaves one forward for Garcia. And that one goes out of play. Be a throw in for Northwest. Boy, these guys are far away. Centering pass. Oh, and the header went the wrong way. There's another try at it, and it doesn't go either. And that one is kicked out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for the Falcons. Good effort. Two-on-one comes Heights. Now they spread it out. They've got it 5-on-4 at the moment. Grizzlies fall back on defense. And a nice play to steal that ball away. Out it comes to Garcia. Tipped out of play. And it will belong to Heights. Throw in for Northwest now. Sizemore chips it into the center part of the field, but nobody there to receive it. Cale Carlston watches it go out of play off his foot. That one's pretty deep. It goes out of play. It'll stay with Heights. Got a big one coming up on Tuesday, our big road trip to Manhattan to take on the Indians in a non-league doubleheader. Our annual out-of-town really out-of-town road trip. And we will be bringing you both those games as they happen. We're not exactly sure of the start time. I believe the start time is going to be moved up to accommodate our travel, and that the first game will start at 4:30, but that is not 100% certain yet. But that's what I would bet on, folks. Figure a 4:30 start. Let's see what the official calendar says. $4:30. Ball deep in Grizzly territory here. Here's a chance for Heights, a shot. That's going to go wide. It'll be a goal kick. Let's take 10. We'll be back. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Grizzly Soccer on YouTube is being brought to you in part by Tom Simon and everyone at Aerotech Engineering, 5555 North 119th Street West, Mays, Kansas, 67101. Proud sponsors of Grizzly Soccer.
Ball at center. Northwest on the move with it. Down the far side now, a centering pass. That would have been a great chance for Northwest, but Garcia couldn't corral it. And Heights comes away with it. 3-on-3. That one kicked out of play by Johnny Hune, and it will be a throw in for the Falcons. That one goes out of play and underneath this grandstand on this side. Heights will be throwing it in here in a moment. Maybe. Both teams think it's their throw in. And the referee finally awards it to Heights, which is the correct call. Memphis clears it out, and here's a chance for Northwest. Running down the field. Cale Carlston, he overlet himself, and it ended up in the hands of goalkeeper Eli Kearney. Had a breakaway going. That one goes out. It will belong to Northwest. Quick throw in comes down along the sideline. Emerson Ernest near the corner now. And it gets knocked out of play. That'll be a corner kick for Northwest with the wind. Great chance for the Grizzlies to make something happen here and add to their lead. Skip it. Skip that one. You didn't know. They didn't renew this year. In the corner. Awaiting the restart. Runs it along the ground. There's a save by Kearney, and then the follow-up shot gets knocked wide. It will be a goal kick. Now we'll take 10 and be back. This is Grizzly Soccer.
All America Automotive, 8535 West 21st Street, serving the automotive repair and tire needs of Wichita since 1972.
Awaiting. Here it's in the air. And Heights sends it right back to their own back line and giving chase, unable to catch up. Good effort that time, though, by Jude Sizemore, but he couldn't catch up with the ball before the wind blew it out. Be another goal kick for the Falcons. In the air, out to center, and Emerson Ernest ends up with it. He gives it to Memphis. Memphis sends it right back. And it's going to go out of play. It'll belong to Heights. And that centering pass gets knocked over for another Heights goal kick. Grizzlies sub in David Avila. Now we're ready for the goal kick to resume. I don't know if it's my imagination or what, but it seems like this game's being played in slow motion. There's one cleared out. Grizzlies hustle back. David George gets it, and he sends it. He's going to go out of play. Kicked it a little too far that time, and it'll be another throw-in for the Falcons. Out to center. Grizzlies with it. There's a lead pass, and the wind's going to take that all the way back to the keeper. Yep. Avila couldn't get there in time, and Carney will boot it very short on his punt. Jude Sizemore has it, heads it forward. And Avila pops one forward. That's going to be knocked out of play. It'll end up as a throw-in for Northwest. 18 to go here, second half. Grizzlies sub in Nolan Anderson and Eli Cabral. Hand me my phone, would you? Fighting forward on the far side. Near the goal line now, and that one's going to get knocked out of play. That will be a throw-in. I don't like something. Oh, no. That's not good. Although it's still going out. There's a shot and a save by Carney. Jude Sizemore on target, but right at the keeper. Oh, that one won't count. We have a goal kick coming here, or a free kick coming on the offside, I should say. And the wind, she be a-blowing. Fortunately for us, we're indoors. We're in the press box. We have the windows open, but the wind is not much of an issue for us here in the box. Heights with it. Trying to get something started. Grizzlies trying to keep the Schneider on the board. That one's going to go too far for Anderson and go out of play. It'll be a throw in for Heights. There we go. That's all I wanted to know. You say something to me? No. Oh, good. Because I didn't hear it. Grizzlies trying to add to it. Avila sends a nice pass forward, but he's offside. And that'll be the end of that. It was close, but he was off. Heights will get a free kick here. And in the air it goes, very short, held up by the wind. David George sends one forward, rejected by Heights, and now here come the Falcons. And a great tackle that time. Well, they stopped play, and I'm not sure why. They weren't substituting, so I don't know what was going on. Heights throws it in. Ball on the far side of the field. Centering pass is tackled by Johnny Hune, and he sends it out of play. It'll be a throw-in over there for Heights, but a nice play by Johnny. In deep, goes over the goal line. That'll be well, they're going to call it a corner for Heights. Evidently, we touched it. Heights with a corner on the far side. It'll be taken by Kareem Lugo. Lugo's pass in front, loose. Oh, boy, that was dangerous. Went through everybody. Over here onto the near side. Now another centering pass. That's rejected defensively. David George back there, and it goes out of play. It'll belong to Northwest. You can see the shadow of the press box in your picture as the sun begins to sink slowly into the west. Goal kick coming for Northwest. David George will not take it. It'll be Sandoval taking it. He gives it to George. He sends it up. Grizzlies doing some nice pass work here. That one's sent back. And out to center. Heights still with it. George couldn't do anything with that. That one's going to go back. And Christopher Correa Sandoval will corral it and have a goalkeeper distribution. Approaching 10 minutes to go. There's a shot blocked by the defense off the foot of Emerson Ernest. Goes out of play. It'll stay with Northwest. Grizzlies still with it, trying to get something set up here. At the 40 now, they send it back in deep. Sizemore traps it. Garcia goes down, no call. There's a long shot that's going to go wide left. That'll be a goal kick. Let's take 10. We'll be back. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Kevin and Arkin, adopted Northwest alumni, are 10-year supporters of the Grizzly Soccer program.
My what? I'm subbing for Bowman tomorrow. You have Bowman? I'll see you tomorrow. We're back awaiting the goal kick. What class do you have Miss Bowman for? What hour? She has 2 of them. 5th. Okay. Well, I'll look forward to seeing your smiling face in the classroom tomorrow, Miss Bates. What are you guys working on? Notes? That's probably what you'll do tomorrow then. She told me there was nothing special going on in any of her classes tomorrow, so yeah. Now, I was a pretty popular guy for tomorrow because April, Mr. Dar is going back east to ref a football game. I talked to him on Monday, but I was already booked with Miss Bowman. And Mr. Monroe's going to be gone tomorrow. He texted me this morning. Here's a chance for Northwest. Shot, score! Emerson Ernest pounds it home. He dribbled that thing 20 yards and then sent it packing. I did it for you. So it's 3-0 Northwest here in the JV game. About 7.5 minutes remaining in the contest. Varsity game to follow, and the Grizzlies have a nice three-goal lead. After a heartbreaking loss on Thursday, they lost 1-0 on Thursday. They've had a pretty good 2 weeks because they won their tournament last weekend. Beating Rose Hill in the final. Here's another chance for Northwest. Garcia forgot to wind up. Had everything set to go and didn't pull the trigger. And that's a nice tackle. Let's give credit where credit's due there. That's Jackson Witten, who tackled that ball right off of his foot. Grizzlies get it right back, and that one goes out of play, and that will be a throw-in for Northwest. Heights with it at center, bringing it down. They got some numbers working here, and then Grizzlies take it away. Heights gets it right back, though. And that one gets knocked out of play. It'll belong to Heights on a throw-in. And the Grizzlies sub in some players, including Craig Kamrick and Isaac's back in, along with Memphis. As they make the stretch run here. Ball cleared off the back line and back out into the center circle. Emerson Ernest sends it wide. Garcia brings it down the far sideline to the 10, the 5. And oops, forgot the ball. Ernest with a chance. Gets by one, gets a shot, score. Emerson Ernest gets his second goal of the half off a nice feed from Julian Garcia. And it's 4-0. Good for you. You got it under control. Grizzlies with a big lead here. And Heights kicks off again. Now, the question is, can the Grizzlies keep the Schneider on the board? There's a rather weak shot, an easy save there for Kearney. That was off the foot of Eli Kerbal. He just didn't get much mustard on it. And down the sideline it comes. Heights defensively. Pretty nice job that time by Ryan King. Take control of that ball. Now the Grizzlies have it again. They send it up. 15-yard line. And we're going to get a shot out of this. Oh, there's a chance. Oh, he couldn't pull the trigger. Garcia had the ball on his right foot and couldn't pull the trigger to get the shot off. That one goes out of play. It'll stay with Northwest. In it comes. Memphis has it. Craig Kamrick sees one go out of play. And, they're giving Craig a yellow card. I didn't see any kind of a major foul there. Did you?
There was no foul. He was being overdramatic.
Oh. They got him for acting?
Yep.
Well, it was an Oscar-winning performance. When we get him up here later, I'll introduce him as our Oscar-winning co-anchor. And I did not, with all the jest, I failed to pay any attention as to who went in for him. I don't think it matters all that much. Inside 3 minutes remaining in the contest, Grizzlies lead 4-0. And they ran out of balls, so they're chasing balls down here at the moment. Throw in coming for Heights. And Heights still with a nice feed in. And a good block that time. I think Johnny Hune got a foot on that one. Out it comes to center circle. Emerson Ernest with it. 3-on-1 if all they could. They did get it down in time. Now can we get something out of it? Garcia with it. And it gets punched over the goal line. That'll be a corner kick for Northwest. And a nice job offensively that time by the Grizzlies. Centering pass. 3 Grizzlies on it. And Garcia comes away with it. Big shot. And a nice save that time by goalkeeper Eli Carney of Heights. He'll get the boot off. It's short into the wind. Cabral sends it forward now. Zainu Mary feeds it in. Ernest gets ahead on it. It goes wide, but it's going to go over the goal line. That will be a corner kick for Northwest. They'll have it with the wind at their back. Lights are on here at Heights Stadium, but still plenty of sunshine remaining. Not a cloud in the sky. It's going to be a pretty nice evening here once the sun goes down. And with this north breeze, I broke out the long sleeves for the first time tonight. Centering pass, loose in front, goes over the goal line, and that'll be a goal kick for Heights. Let's take 10 seconds. We'll be back. I guess we won't because the horn just sounded, and that's our final. And our final score in the junior varsity contest, Northwest 4 and Heights 0. We're going to get set up here for our varsity contest. So stay with us. We should be on here. Let's see if they've put any time up yet. 15 minutes from now will be kickoff of the varsity contest. So we're going to do this. Go back to remove that. Go back, add that. And go back to here. And go into commercials there. And go down and find the varsity pregame for Heights. Not the master, the one for Heights. Intro, Heights, no pre. That's it right there. Double click to go. All right, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and then we'll wind it up for the varsity contest. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz.
Friendly is finding a better rate, an instant debit card, scholarships and teacher grants for projects, being the #1 auto lender for a reason. More than $400,000 in community partnerships. For a limited time, get up to $500 cash back when you move your auto loan to CUA. Credit Union of America. Welcome to Friendly. Learn more at cuofamerica.com.
Hi friends, Bill Nightingale, General Manager of Mel Hamilton Ford. Are you looking for a used car, truck, or SUV? With the largest selection in the state, you're sure to find the vehicle you're searching for at Mel Hamilton Ford. At the Big Corner, customers are #1, so every used vehicle is checked out in our shop by a certified technician before it goes out on the lot for sale. Shop Mel Hamilton Ford first, a dealer you can trust. Visit us out on West Kellogg today or shop us online at mhford.com. Mel Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
Hey man, you going out for football? Band class still needs you, man.
Kansas students have choices to do or not to do. The Kansas State High School Activities Association urges everyone to participate because when activities stop, nobody wins.
Shall we book it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
The best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
West.
Go, go, go!
Wichita Northwest Grizzlies soccer is on the air. Welcome to everyone in Grizzly Nation to another webcast of your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies as they take on the best teams in Kansas and pursue a 6A state title. Follow your Grizzlies all season long on youtube.com/NWHSGrizz. Today's webcast is brought to you through the support of the many sponsors of this year's Eric Profit Scholarship Golf Tournament, including the following: Mel Hambledon Ford on the big corner of 119th West in Kellogg. We're better. We're proving it. You be the judge. Thank you, Lisa Hamilton. And by Aerotech Engineering, 5555 North 119th Street West in Mays, serving customers that rank among the world's largest manufacturers of civilian and military aircraft. Thank you, Tom Simon and everyone at Aerotech Engineering. By Tom Lassiter and Fleeson, Guin, Colson, and Kitch, attorneys in the Epic Center at 301 North Main. We believe our clients' best interests and needs are our own. By Intrust Bank of Wichita, 105 North Main with branches throughout Sedgwick County. Intrust is built on value. We change to meet the times, but we will never change our principles. By Dan Garreau and the law firm of Dugan & Garreau, experts in personal injury, business law, workers' compensation, wills, and trusts. Now at their new location at 3636 North Ridge Road, Suite 100. By McCurdy Real Estate and Auction on East 13th Street, just east of K96, serving Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma for over 40 years. Real estate, but better. By the Joe and Judy Coughlin and the Chris and Jan Schumacher families, strong supporters of Grizzly soccer through the Eric Profit Memorial Soccer Fund. By Emerson Biggins, 808 East Douglas at the east edge of Old Town. Come visit Emerson Biggins and enjoy the great food, cold brews, and hospitality of Luis Lopez and his staff today. By Hurricane Sports Bar at the corner of 13th and Tyler. Luis Lopez has brought his hospitality west to make it convenient to Grizzly Nation. By Credit Union of America, where members are the owners. With branches all over the Wichita metro area, Credit Union of America stands ready to serve you. By Todd Eflin Narrates. Hey, that's me. Voiceovers for audiobooks, product or promotional videos, telephone systems, and business commercials. By the Robert L. Gould Foundation, a philanthropic trust assisting the educational needs of young people at Northwest for over 10 years. By the Eric Profit Memorial Soccer Fund, providing scholarship assistance to Northwest soccer seniors each year through the support of the Eric Profit Scholarship Golf Tournament, and by the many other sponsors who make this webcast possible. And now, to the field and to the voice of the Grizzlies, Kevin Arkin.
And we thank you, Todd Taylor. Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the varsity contest. Grizzlies JV did their job. They handled Heights tonight by a 4-0 score. And the varsity match will... They're starting the initial announcements. We're not going to be able to pick them up. I can tell you right now that the way their PA speaker is, we're not going to be able to pick them up. So we'll introduce the starting lineups for you ourselves as they're being introduced on the field. Nothing special about our lineup except that except for our scratches are the same as they have been for the last few games, and that's A.J. Joint, who's out with his clavicle injury, and Pierce Schneider, who again is out with a bad back. You know, he came back, played in one game and looked really good, but his back has just been bothering the heck out of the poor guy. So he's out. He's a scratch tonight. He will not suit up tonight for Northwest. Otherwise, nothing unusual about the Northwest lineup. The Grizzlies fell to Bishop Carroll on Thursday night at home, 4-1. And the only goal being scored on a penalty kick by Calvin Bell with 2.5 minutes remaining in the game. So, I mean, it was basically, and that really, we only had one or two really good scoring opportunities in that contest on Thursday. So the Grizzlies need to find a way to generate more offense. That has been the problem all year, save the South High game. And that's, not really the best barometer because that's a rebuilding program in progress going on over there at Heights High. So we've got the time. We're going to go ahead and take it because we lost some of our time, commercial timeout, and then we'll be back with the starters. So stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz. This is the Northwest YouTube channel. You're watching Grizzly Soccer.
Intrust Bank is a major sponsor of the Northwest Soccer program through the Eric Profit Scholarship Tournament. At Intrust Bank, we place our values at the center of everything we do. It's a philosophy we have followed for more than 140 years. This principled approach to business is encapsulated into 3 words: tradition for today. This principle makes us different from the rest. Check out Intrust Bank today at intrustbank.com.
Campaign of this property and it's sold right to you.
Shall we book it? Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hi friends, Bill Nightingale, General Manager of Mel Hamilton Ford. Are you looking for a used car, truck, or SUV? With the largest selection in the state, you're sure to find the vehicle you're searching for at Mel Hamilton Ford. At the Big Corner, customers are number one, so every used vehicle is checked out in our shop by a certified technician before it goes out on the lot for sale. Shop Mel Hamilton Ford first, a dealer you can trust. Visit us out on West Kellogg today or shop us online at mhford.com. Mel Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
Grizzly Soccer Online is supported by Todd Eflin Narrates. I'm the voice you hear on our sponsor announcements. My wife is an alum of Northwest, and this is my 6th season as your announcer. I was a longtime radio personality in Wichita and now do full-time voice acting. You can use my voice for your business, like product or training videos, telephone systems, radio or TV spots, and audiobooks. Learn more online at toddeflin.com. That's TODDEFLIN.com.
Back at Heights High, let's introduce now the starting lineups for tonight's game. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the Heights Falcons, even though they're the home team. We're going to go ahead and do them first. And in goal for the Falcons tonight is number 98, Urim Retania. Also, the other starters, forward junior, number 3, Dylan McLeanan. Midfielder, sophomore, number 4, Mario Concha Gandara. Midfielder, a junior, number 5, Kai Wilson. Defender, sophomore, number 6, Juan Esparza. Sophomore midfielder, number 7, Kareem Lugo. Junior midfielder, number 13, Seth Ogden. Senior midfielder, number 17, Ian Miller. Junior defender, number 18, Imran Reza. And senior defender, number 19, Uriel Retania. Finally, number 23 is a junior defender, Nathan Atwater. Head coach, Randy McVeigh, assisted by Valentino De Galato. And that's the starters for the Falcons. For Northwest, nothing really surprising. In goal, number 1, junior, Johnny Hune. On defense, senior, number 2, Basil Shakhtar. We'll give you the rest here in just a moment. They're going to be playing the national anthem. And that's the national anthem here at Heights High School, let's give you the starters for Northwest. Again, Johnny Yoons in goal. Basil Shakhtour is on defense. Also on defense, freshman number 3, Brandon Ramirez. Senior defender number 4, Landon Vestring. Junior midfielder number 5, Elijah Benning. Senior midfielder number 6, Calvin Bell. Senior forward number 7, Christian Urbano. Sophomore forward number 9, Jesus Ortiz. Junior midfielder number 11, Carlos Gonzalez Huerta. Freshman forward number 14, Fernando Durath. And sophomore forward number 18, Jairo Manduano Lopez. Head coach for the Grizzlies is Austin Clifton. He's assisted by Art Shook and Corey Roberts. And the student managers are Isabella Moda and April Isbell. And we also welcome Amaya Bates, our executive producer of this contest here for you tonight. We thank her for her assistance. She's standing on the podium here ready to give you the best pictures. Grizzlies will be playing from left to right in the first half. They will have the benefit of a 25-mile-an-hour wind out of the north as they kick off. Temperature at game time, 79 degrees. Grizzlies in their road whites and Heights in their home black uniforms. And we are ready to go. And which team is kicking off is my question. We didn't see the coin toss. And if nobody approaches the ball, we're not going to get anywhere very quickly. And the referees are now coming out to remind Heights that they are kicking off. Okay, and the whistle blows. We're underway here at Heights High School. Varsity contest, Northwest and Heights High. Grizzlies get the ball at center. And Durath sends one forward. Give and go back to Durath. He sends a long one that was intended for Urbano, but they overlet him, and it goes all the way back to goalkeeper Urem Retenya. And I'm going to take advantage of the fact that there's a young person up here and ask, how would you pronounce that? Britannia? Okay. I'm going to go with what I said because I don't have anybody to tell me I'm wrong. And if you are Mr. or Mrs. Britannia and you're watching tonight and I've mispronounced your son's name, it's nothing personal. I apologize for that. Grizzlies will throw it in. Deep in Falcon territory. Grizzlies with a chance to get something early here. Goals have certainly been hard to come by for this bunch all year. Here's Landon Vestring. Over here on the near side, they send it to Carlos. Huerta sends it forward for Durath. Durath now back to Landon Vestring at the 30. Up it goes. That one goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Northwest. Carlos will handle the duty. Gets it in. And out towards center it goes. Landon Vestring is there. He pokes it forward for Carlos. And he gives it to Durath. Give and go. Carlos at the 30, 25-20. Lead pass, and that's going to be overled, I think. Oh, no, they saved it, but Heights comes away with it. Falcons trying to get it out of their own end. That one goes out of play, and it will belong to Northwest. Huerta will throw it in at the 25. Calvin Bell sends one to Benning. Benning goes down in a little bit of an aided push, and it'll be a free kick for Northwest. 3 minutes gone, no score. That one's in the air, and that went for the corner and glanced off of the football play cock. It'll be a goal kick for Heights. Let's take 10. We'll be back. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Portions of this game are brought to you by the family of Jeff Beard. We thank you for your continued support of Grizzly soccer.
Goal kick taken. Throw in coming now from Northwest. Jesus Ortiz fed it into the center. Now he's hanging around the sideline. Now he moves forward. And the ball is sent across to Benning. Benning sends one for Urbano. Back to Benning. There's a shot. Score! Benning scores off a pass from Urbano. And the Grizzlies lead 1-0. Beautiful pass play by the Grizzlies. And they draw first blood, and that's good to see. As I mentioned, goals are hard to come by. Back underway. Grizzlies have worked it back down into the Heights end again, and Falcons are desperately trying to get it out of their own end. It goes out of play. It's a throw in for the Grizzlies. We welcome you on board wherever you are on planet Earth watching tonight. If you're part of the Heights High community, we welcome you as well. Glad to have you on board. Hope you enjoy the broadcast tonight. Carlos will throw it in from the 20. Into Jesus. He sends it back to Vestring. Ramirez now over on the far side to Shocktour. DeRath at midfield with it. Gets it up to the 10. Benning brings it back, and they'll reset the offense. They'll send it over here to Huerta at the 35. He passes it to Jesus. Give and go back to Carlos, and a nice play. Carlos, a big shot and a save that time by Retania, and it holds the score at 1-0. Well, that one got through the wickets of Vestring, but he went back to corral it. Carlos sends it forward. Calvin Bell. Give and go back to him. And here comes Benning through. And now here's a chance for Jesus. Score. Jesus Ortiz from Benning. And it's 2-0. Two goals in 5.5 minutes here in the first half. And Heights kicks it off for the third time. That one goes to the far side, and Heights comes down 3-on-4. Centering pass. Oh, and that was just too high. A great effort that time. That was intended for Lugo to head home, and it was over his head and goes out of play. It'll belong to Northwest. It will be a goal kick. And that one is knocked wide, and that's going to go out of play. That'll belong to Heights on the far side. Sure would be great to see the Grizzlies play well tonight. They have a real tough one on Tuesday when we travel to Manhattan. Grizzlies with it, working it forward. Benning brings it across midfield, sends one forward. It's intercepted and sent out of play. It'll be a throw in for Northwest. Miss Bates, are you going to Manhattan on Tuesday? No? That one goes out. It'll belong to the Falcons. Tuesday, we are on the air. The JV game will be first. We will be on the air. Unusual start time on Tuesday. We'll be on the air at 4:15 in the afternoon, and with kickoff at 4:30. And we hope to have a pregame interview with either Coach Roberts or Coach Shook before that game. There's a shot, goes wide, and that'll be a goal kick for Northwest. Back in 10, this is Grizzly Soccer.
All American Automotive, 8535 West 21st Street, serving the automotive repair and tire needs of Wichita since 1972.
Back at Heights High, Grizzlies have it after the goal kick, bringing it out. Heights bringing it down again. DeRath intercepts it. Now this one goes all the way back. Brandon Ramirez will send it wide for Basil Shakhtour. And Basil's pass is deflected out of bounds. He's going to grab it and throw it in himself at about the 30. And he gets it in. Bell sends it forward for Eli Benning. Benning with a goal and an assist in this game already. Grizzlies at the 40. 30, 25, 20. DeRath has it and lost it. Goes out of bounds on the far side. Throw in for Northwest. Bell receives the throw in and sends it over here on the near side. Carlos is wide open. He feeds it to Benning at the 10. And that one loose to the right of the penalty area, goes out of play. It will stay with Northwest. Throw in deep in Heights territory. Grizzlies on the far side now. Bell sends one for DeRath, who sends it wide for Shakhtour. Back to Calvin Bell in the center circle. Now he sends one up for Ortiz. He pops one forward. Here's a chance for Urbano, but no. Defensively cleared out to the side. And a pretty darn good play, if I do say so, defensively by Heights' Kai Wilson. It will be there's a crossing pass now on the far side. That goes out of play. It'll belong to Heights. 12 minutes gone in the first half. Grizzlies lead 2-0 on goals by Benning and Ortiz. Heights is subbing a player in. If I had known that, we'd have gone to break, but I didn't see that coming. Ryan King comes in for the Falcons and gets some applause from the locals. Carlos heads it to Vestring. Vestring sends it forward. Pretty nice play. And Jesus wasn't ready for it. And that one goes out of play. I believe it'll stay with Heights. Now they called a foul instead. It'll be a free kick for Heights. And a long one down, headed by Vestring. Actually, it's Carlos, excuse me. And we have another foul called. And another free kick coming from the 17-yard line. And it goes right to Johnny. Johnny has an easy save. Keep in mind, the Grizzlies are playing with the wind. A stiff north wind today, which is really making it very pleasant here, temperature-wise. Temperature in the mid-70s at the moment. Supposed to cool down to 50 tonight. And then tomorrow night it should be in the 40s during the football game, which we will have for you live beginning at 6:30 right here on NWHS Grizz. There's a long one that goes over everything. It'll be a goal kick. Let's take 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
This portion of Soccer on the Internet is being brought to you by the Bob Profit family. We thank them for their continued support of Grizzly Soccer.
And awaiting the goal kick from Northwest. Comes back and Grizzlies with it. Now they lose it at the 30, and here comes Heights right back. Trying to get a scoring chance going here. Near side. And that one went over the goal line. That will be another Northwest goal kick. Ortiz with it at the 30. He sends it to Durath at midfield. Durath, he sends a long one on the far side. This has got a chance here. Hyro couldn't get the pass off. Grizzlies still with it. Bell sends it forward. Hyro has it on the far sideline at the football 5. Here's a chance. Shot and a save. That'll be a corner kick for Northwest. Great shot and a great save by Ratana. Ratana. I heard the PA announcer. You know, I helped her with all of our names. I forgot to ask her about theirs. So Ratana it is. Whoops. Let's get that out of the way. Landon Vestring giving chase on the near side. And he comes up short. Here's a chance for Heights, but no, it's cleared out nicely. Durath comes back defensively to help out. Now he does so again. And somebody wants a foul, and I think it's Heights. I can hear the benches screaming. If there's any screaming coming from our side of the field, it's got to be the benches because all the spectators are over there. And here's a chance, and investing again. To DeRath at the 30. And the Grizzlies can't get passes to white shirts again. This is a point of concern all year. Landon Vestring punches one forward. There's going to be a whistle, and we're going to have a foul called just at the top of the penalty arc. The entire field is now in the shadows of the grandstand. A few players' heads are still in the sun, but the sun will be completely gone here probably 15 minutes from now. Free kick coming, and it hits the wall, and the rebound is knocked over everything for a goal kick. Back in 10, this is Grizzly Soccer.
Candice Bribieska and her family are proud to support Grizzly Soccer on YouTube. Go Grizzlies!
Your pictures are great. Back underway here, Northwest with the ball. Landon Vestring has it at his 15. He sends it up to Ortiz at the 40. A long pass to Urbano, and Urbano goes down, and the ball goes out of play. They're going to give it to Northwest. Couple of subs come in for Heights. I don't understand that. It was our ball. Who came in? Oh, Miles Bemis is in the game for Northwest. I figured somebody had to sub in from Northwest there. This one goes over the goal line. It will be a corner kick for the Grizzlies. 20 minutes to go, first half. Grizzlies lead 2-0. In the air it goes, born with the wind. Oh, it landed right on the feet of Ortiz, and he couldn't get a shot off. Now he's still got the ball. Centering one, a shot, and a great save by Ratana. I'll have his name correct by the time we go home. Landon Vestring with it at midfield. He sends it back forward to Bell. Bell now feeding the near side, has one intercepted. Here comes Heights right back. And Landon gets that one back. Ramirez sends it wide for Shakhtar. Bassel. Good feed. Hiro, a long shot and a save by Ratana. Ball at center with Eli Benning handling it. Benning gets around one, and the ball goes out of play, and it will turn over to Heights. Grizzlies sub in 3 players. Isaac Featherston, number 15, comes in, along with Andrew Smith, number 21, And number 16 for the Grizzlies is David Avila. Dominic Johnson also subbed in for the Grizzlies, so they sub in 4. And now we're back underway here. Grizzlies with it. Hyro sends it off to the side to Shakhtar. Bassel sends one forward and went right through the wickets. And here comes Vestring to get that one. Ramirez to Shakhtar. Up the middle. Calvin Bell at the center spot. Dishes it off to Benning. Benning to Andrew Smith. Smith back to Bell. This time Bell tries Dominic Johnson. And Heights comes away with it on the far side. Johnson giving chase, trying to keep it in. He does so. Feeds it back to Benning. Benning centers 1-0. It's intercepted. That's too bad because Bell was ready to blast one. He was all alone. They couldn't feed it to him. This one will go out of play on the near side. .16 to go, first half. 2-0 Grizzlies. Brett Anderson comes in for Northwest. Who else came in? Grizzlies on the far side with it. Throw in comes in, and now it's fed to Calvin Bell. Bell to Anderson. And over to Smith on the near side now. Smith at the 25. Sends it back to Bell. Bell dribbles it forward to the 15. Stops, has 3 guys in front of him. Dishes it off, and the pass misses the target of Miles Bemis. And fortunately for the Grizzlies, John Lee, who also just came in a moment ago, is able to feed it back to Johnny. Andrew Smith with it. Lots of room to work. There's a long one for Heights. Intercepted. Here come the Grizzlies right back with it. This one's tapped back keeper way. Vestring with it. Feeds it over to Bemis on the near side. Andrew Smith can't control it. Heights gets it. Here they come back. Throw in coming for Northwest. They're going to sub in Eli Benning again. And looks like Calvin Bell's going to take a breather. Ball comes in. Dominic Johnson putting on some good pressure there. Now Featherston doing some of the same. That one's chipped, and the Grizzlies get it back. Durath will send it back. Oh, that give and go didn't work. Heights gets it back, and they come back with 11:30 to go in the first half. Grizzlies lead 2-0 on goals by Eli Benning and Jesus Ortiz. And the lights taking effect here now at Heights Stadium. There's a long lead pass. Shot and a save, and the ball chucked out. Brett Anderson gets a foot on it. Eli Benning will leave it for Andrews. No, he'll keep it, excuse me. And it goes out of bounds to Heights for a throw-in. Grizzlies will sub in players. Max Nuno comes in for Northwest, replacing Basil Shakhtour. He'll take the far side there on the back line. Grizzlies getting some rest. Grizzlies throw it in. Landon Vestring sends one up. Just too far for Benning to get to, and it's taken away by Heights. Falcons on the far side. And they lose it. Benning gets a foot on it. And Heights gets it right back, and here they come. Vestring and Benning get together to take it away. Brett Anderson can't feed the pass through. Heights has some numbers now, 5-on-5. Benning wins that one, sends it out to Anderson with lots of room at midfield. Now he dishes it forward for Smith. Smith chips one in the direction of Hyro, but it's taken away by Heights and they knock it out of play, so it'll be a throw-in for Northwest. Quickly comes into Benning. Ooh, Benning had his pocket picked there. That's a pretty nice job that time by Ian Miller. David Avila can't keep it, but it does go out of bounds off of Heights. It'll be a throw-in for Northwest. Out to center it comes. Landon Vestring gets it. One of the good things here is that tonight is that the majority of the game has been played in the Heights end of the field, which is just the opposite of last Thursday when we played most of the game in our end of the field against Bishop Carroll. Long passes picked off by the goalkeeper. He'll have a goalie distribution. Comes out to center. Anderson putting on some pressure there with some help from Dominic Johnson. And a free kick coming for Northwest. Seven minutes to go, first half. Grizzlies lead 2-0. Free kick coming off the foot of Eli Benning. And here it comes. Long shot goes right to Britannia. That one goes out of play, and it will belong to the Falcons. Throw in comes in. We are back at it. Oh, Vestering got beat. There's a shot. Johnny gives up a rebound, but he comes in and picks it off. Brett Anderson had his pocket picked as well. Here come the Falcons back. A long one. And is that going to go out of play? Yes, it is. It will be Northwest throw in, and a good job defensively over there by Nuno. Here's Benning at center. He sends one forward. Good hustling effort that time by Andrew Smith, but he couldn't get to it. Headed up by the Grizzlies at midfield. It's still got a 50-50 thing here going, and Vestering sends it forward. And Andrew Smith is there to get it. He centers one, and that would have been a great pass if somebody had been there to one-time it, but Benning had to go chase it. He gets it back now and sends it wide to the far side. A weak pass. Still gets through. Brett Anderson to Hyro. Hyro back to Benning. Benning from 20 yards out tried to pass it. Was blocked. And here's an errant pass and a breakaway maybe. Actually not, because Landon Vestering broke it up. Good job that time by Vestering. Grizzlies are going to sub in 6 players, and they include Ramirez, Calvin Bell, Fernando DeRath. Where are the players who are subbing in? Urbano is back in. Gosh, who else is that? Ortiz is back in, and I missed one. I gave you 6 out of 7. That's pretty good. I didn't even have a chance to write them down. Grizzlies trying to get it out of their own end. Keep the Schneider on the board. That one rolls back harmlessly to Johnny, and Johnny will have a goalkeeper distribution. Basil Schocktour now comes back in. He's going to give Landon Vestering a breather. Landon's been working mighty hard back there. And for some unknown reason, they stopped the game clock here. I have no idea why. And the clock now does start again. Well, we got some bonus playing time in this half, folks. That clock should have been running the whole time. Benning has his pass blocked. Calvin Bell gets it back to Benning. Benning to Urbano. On the near side, Hyro with it. Gives it off. Urbano gets it down to the 10, then pulls it back. Leaves it for Carlos. Carlos to Shakhtar. Shakhtar moved over to play Landon Vestring's spot when he subbed out. Benning. Some pretty good passing here now. Carlos with it. He chipped one too hard for Benning to handle. Drops it on his feet though, still has it. Benning sends one across. And it finally goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Northwest. Ramirez has it. Sends it to Nuno, who sends it to Shakhtar. Now back to Max. Hyro can't get anything going. 1 minute remaining in the first half. Up the middle. Urbano centering one. Oh, a great feed, but it was intercepted. But he had the right idea. He had Dureth standing there all by his lonesome. He could have just had an easy tap in. $20 to go now. And we're counting it down to halftime. And that's going to do it. We're at halftime, and our halftime score here at Heights High is Northwest 2 and Heights nothing. We'll be back with our halftime extravaganza after this. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Soccer.
Friendly is finding a better rate, an instant debit card, scholarships and teacher grants for projects, loans specifically for teachers and healthcare professionals, being the #1 auto lender for a reason, more than $400,000 in community partnerships, Credit Union of America. Welcome to Friendly. Learn more at cuofamerica.com.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This property and it's sold right to you.
Shall we book it?
Yes.
Yes. I love it.
Hi friends, Phil Nightingale, General Manager at Mount Hamilton Ford. Have you been thinking about a new SUV? Right now is a great time to buy a new Ford at the big corner of 119th and West Kellogg. EcoSport, Escape, Edge, Explorer, Expedition. Mount Hamilton Ford is sure to have the right vehicle to fit your size. And you know you can count on us with this great selection to find the right SUV at the best price to fit your budget. Check us out online or in person. Let us make your purchase easy with pickup and delivery right from your home or work. Mount Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
The best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
Grizzly Soccer Online is supported by Todd Eflin Narrates. I'm the voice you hear on our sponsor announcements. My wife is an alum of Northwest, and this is my 6th season as your announcer. I was a longtime radio personality in Wichita and now do full-time voice acting. You can use my voice for your business, like product or training videos, telephone systems, radio or TV spots, and audiobooks. Learn more online at toddeflin.com. That's TODDEFLIN.com.
Welcome back to Heights High. We're at halftime with our executive producer, Amaya Bates, Kevin Arkin with you. Grizzlies lead 2-0 here at halftime, and that is on the basis of goals by Elijah Benning, that first one was assisted by Christian Urbano on a beautiful pass. And the second goal by Jesus Ortiz that Benning fed him on a crossing pass, and it was a nice ball as well. So 2-0 Grizzlies lead here in the halftime segment of our broadcast. The junior varsity finished off Heights as well, winning that game 4-0 earlier this evening. Couple of programming notes here while we have a moment or two here at halftime. First of all, we are going to switch gears and send it to football tomorrow night. The Grizzlies will take on the South High Titans at Northwest Stadium. We're on the air at 6:30 with the pregame show. Craig Kamrick and myself, along with our executive producer Shane Monroe and his crew of AV kids, who will bring you the great pictures tomorrow night from Northwest Stadium. So join us at 6:30 tomorrow night. Then on Tuesday, the Grizzlies are going to take their annual road trip. This year we're going to Manhattan to take on the Indians at Bishop Stadium, Lou Lane Field in Manhattan. Beautiful facility. And always enjoy the courtesy of their athletic director and staff up there. They're so nice to us, and we really appreciate them for all that they do to help us out. So we're there on Tuesday, and we're on the air with the JV contest. Unusual start time of 4:15 on Tuesday for the JV, and then the varsity will follow immediately after that. Then on Thursday, we're home against Mays. The Eagles will come in for their annual grudge match with the Grizzlies, and that'll be JV at 5 and varsity at 6:30 on Thursday of next week. And we'll be on the air at 4:45, our normal start time for the JV contest 1 week from Thursday. 1 week from tonight, I should say. And that's what's coming up in the next 8 days here on NWHS Grizz. We've got about 3 minutes left in halftime, and we're going to go ahead and take 2 of them and hear from our sponsors, because we really owe them some time as well. So stay with us. Back in 2, you're watching NWHS Grizz. This is the Northwest YouTube channel, and you're watching Grizzly Soccer.
Intrust Bank is a major sponsor of the Northwest Soccer program through the Eric Profit Scholarship Tournament. At Intrust Bank, we place our values at the center of everything we do. It's a philosophy we have followed for more than 140 years. This principled approach to business is encapsulated into 3 words: tradition for today. This principle makes us different from the rest. Check out Intrust Bank today at intrustbank.com.
Shall we book it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it.
Hi friends, Bill Nightingale, General Manager of Mel Hamilton Ford. Are you looking for a used car, truck, or SUV? With the largest selection in the state, you're sure to find the vehicle you're searching for at Mel Hamilton Ford. At the Big Corner, customers are number 1, so every used vehicle is checked out in our shop by a certified technician before it goes out on the lot for sale. Shop Mel Hamilton Ford first, a dealer you can trust. Visit us out on West Kellogg today or shop us online at mhford.com. Mel Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
Grizzly Soccer Online is supported by Todd Eflin Narrates. I'm the voice you hear on our sponsor announcements. My wife is an alum of Northwest, and this is my 6th season as your announcer. I was a longtime radio personality in Wichita and now do full-time voice acting. You can use my voice for your business, like product or training videos, telephone systems, radio or TV spots, and audiobooks. Learn more online at toddeflin.com. That's TODDEFLIN.com.
Welcome back to Heights Stadium with Maya Bates, Kevin Arkin with you. Getting ready for the start of the second half. You can see the players now taking the field. Grizzlies now will play into the wind, and our executive producer was just down at ground level. How's the wind down there? Has it let up some? And that's a good thing if it's let up some, as it very often does in these parts. When the sun goes down, the wind will subside a little bit, and if it does, there'll be less of it in the second half, which is good for Northwest. They lead 2-0 at halftime. And the first thing I need to ask you to do is to look at our goalkeeper and tell me who it is. Is that Christopher? Yeah, it is. That is Christopher, right? Yeah. Christopher Correa Sandoval is now in goal for Northwest to start the second half. Johnny Hune kept the Schneider on the board for the Grizzlies in the first half, and Grizzlies will kick off here to start play in half number 2. And we're underway in the second half. Northwest with the ball. No major changes in the lineup other than in goal. Calvin Bell with it at center. And you know what? I'm going to turn the light off. The glare off the window, I can't see the players. You okay there? And we have a whistle and a stoppage of play. It'll turn over to Heights. And a long one comes down. Christopher will corral that one for Northwest. And sends one out. Pretty good boot into the wind. He got it into the center circle and onto the foot of a white jerseyed player. Carlos with it on the near side. He dishes one off to Benning. Back into the center circle for Shakhtar. Shakhtar sends it wide. And I am going to point out that there is one change in the lineup here to start the second half, and that is Landon Vestering is not out there. Miles Bemis is out there in his place. Shakhtar is playing the spot normally occupied by Landon. And we have a free kick coming from the 40 for Heights. In the air it goes, aided by the wind, and that's going to go all the way through to the goal line, and that'll be a goal kick. Back in 10, this is Grizzly Soccer.
Soccer on the Northwest YouTube channel is brought to you by Capital Portfolio Management of Overland Park, Kansas, with over 60 collective years of experience in the financial services industry.
Well, I'm going to correct myself. That was a corner kick. I did not know that at the time. This one goes out, deflected off of a Heights player. Quick throw in for Northwest. Northwest again playing from right to left here in the second half. South to north. On the far side, Grizzlies control. Bemis will send it to Shakhtar. Shakhtar feeds it back to Bemis, who sends it forward. Here come the Grizzlies. On the near side, they send it. Hyro was out there with only one man on him, and they overshot him, and it's going to belong to the Falcons. Good idea, just didn't work. Quick throw in. Two players go down in a heap. No whistle. Bell sends it to Jesus. And Ortiz again, a long shot and a save by Ratania. And the Grizzlies send that one out of play. It'll be a throw in for Heights. And that throw in eluded the player. And here come the Grizzlies back 3-on-3. Urbano couldn't get it past his man. DeRath has it, sends it back. Back to Benning at center. And across the way over on the near side, Hyro with it. Grizzlies working it down. There's a long one for Hyro. Too long for him to get the shot off, though. But he does maintain possession. He centers one for Benning. Eli, a big shot. Score! Eli Benning makes it 3-0 off a great feed from Hyro. Benning from Mandujarlo Lopez, and it's 3-0. Heights will kick it off. And we're back underway. In the air from Heights, that's going to go out of play, and it'll be a throw in for Northwest at about the 35. Carlos will throw it in. Carlos with it again. Now they bring it forward. Hyro has it at the 40. Sends it back to center to Bell. Bell sends it across, wide open. And Heights intercepts the pass off the foot of Miles Bemis. Oh, here's a chance for the Falcons. And Durath comes back to knock it out of play. It will be a corner kick for the Falcons on the far side, but still a good defensive play that time by Fernando Durath. Awaiting the free kick from the far side of the field. In the air, big banana bend on that one. There's a header that goes wide, and that'll be a goal kick for Northwest. Back in 10, this is Grizzly Soccer.
Grizzly Soccer on YouTube is brought to you by Central Wine and Spirits, 10,030 West Central. All your wine and liquor needs with friendly, old-school customer service.
Goal kick taken. Sent out to the 30. And the Grizzlies corral it there. Ramirez sends it across to Bemis. Bemis at midfield. Sends it up. And here's some Grizzlies have something working. Almost taken away, but they managed to keep it. Over here on the near side, Hyro at the 20, 15. And back out to the 20 he goes, and now it's taken off of his foot. Hyro whiffs on that one, and here comes, oh boy, Hyro guilty of a foul there, and he's lucky he didn't get some yellow with it. He is getting a lecture, however. Benning with it at center. He sends one through. Ortiz, a chance, a shot, score! Benning to Ortiz, and it's 4-0. Benning has got a point on every goal tonight. Ortiz gets his second goal. 4-0, Grizzlies lead. 31:15 remaining in the second period. JV won the first game 4-0. Now the Grizzlies varsity squad has an identical score. Out it comes to center, and Christopher Correa Sandoval in goal for Northwest picks that one off, and he'll punt it here. And a short punt. And there's a long one that Brandon Ramirez will direct to the near side. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Falcons. Grizzlies led 2-0 at half. They've scored twice in the last 3 minutes of this period. Ten minutes gone in the second half. Grizzlies corral it in the center circle. Oh, that pass intended for Ortiz was intercepted. Carlos sends it up to Ortiz. Ortiz back to Benning, and Benning a long one that's going to be picked off by Retania. And Retania sends one out to center. Ramirez picks that off, gives it to Bell. Bell. They get it out wide. Miles Bemis can't control it. Durath. To Benning. Benning, oh, he gets around three guys. Look at this. He's going to get a shot off maybe, and he does, and it goes wide. And it will be a goal kick for Heights High. Back in 10, this is Grizzly Soccer.
We thank Northwest Soccer alum Chris Kruger for his ongoing support of the Grizzly Soccer program on YouTube.
Awaiting the goal kick. Free kick coming for Northwest. They take it, goes deep, and a score. Wow. Was that Calvin Bell? I think it was. Calvin Bell gets the goal to make it 5-0. Carlos gets the assist, his first point of the night, on the goal by Calvin Bell, and Heights will kick it off, and we're back underway again. So it's 5-0 Northwest. And the Grizzlies with it again. Grizzlies have dominated play tonight. They've dominated the time of possession. And they have spent most of the time in the Heights end of the field. There's another blast by Ortiz, and that hits the post. On the far side at center, Northwest has it. Good pass. And Benning can't get the shot off. Good tackle of the ball defensively by the Falcons. And now Heights is going to make a goalkeeper change. I hope they tell us who it is. Nathan Atwater is in goal now for the Falcons. Giving him a chance to get some goalkeeping experience while given the score. I'm going to make an adjustment on the camera real quick. There you go. Out of bounds to Northwest. They'll throw it in. John Lee comes in for Northwest. Also coming back in is Max Nuno. This one goes back deep into Grizzly territory. It's been a while since they've been back there. Calvin Bell with it. Gives it off to Carlos on the near side. To Benning. And Benning's pass is intercepted. Carlos gets it right back. And there's a nice feed. Now Benning is going to foot race, and he's going to lose it. The ball is kicked out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Northwest, but good play by Benning. Brett Anderson comes in for Northwest, number 12. And now what are we waiting for? Oh, they're still subbing. Ready for the throw-in, I believe. Throw-in goes in deep, still loose in the end zone. That one goes out of play. Northwest will quickly throw it in. And we'll do it again. Centered out to Benning. Benning at the 15. Oh, and he has the ball picked off his foot. He comes back to chase down the perpetrator. And does so, and the Grizzlies get the ball back. Hyro with a chance, and he couldn't get the shot away. Down the near sideline. And does it go out? Yes, it does. Throw in for Northwest. Dangerous place to throw it in, but it worked out for him okay. Benning has it at the 40. And he sends a long ball down there for Hyro, and they're doing all this long ball stuff now. Trying to get some counterattack goals is what they're looking for. Have a foul called on Benning, and it will be a free kick for Heights High. 21:30 remaining in the contest. 5-0. Grizzlies lead. Goals by Benning twice, by Ortiz twice, and by Calvin Bell. And that's your scoring. That one going in deep, and it goes out of play. They avoided the corner kick, but it will still be a throw-in for Heights. Grizzlies sub in a bunch here. Featherston comes back in. Dominic Johnson comes back in. David Avila comes in. And Andrew Smith comes in for Northwest. Be nice to see this young crew score a goal. Heights throws it in. That one gets chipped over the goal line. That should be a goal kick. Back in 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
The family of John and Maybrit Kramer are long-term supporters of Grizzly Soccer. We thank them for their continued support of the program.
Goal kick taken. It's very short. Now it comes out towards center. And Heights sends one down the near sideline, and it stays in. John Lee back there defensively. Goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Falcons. Heights trying to center one to get a shot off. And they're unable to do so. Northwest gets it and takes it back, and they bring it down. Grizzlies trying to shut out the Falcons for the second time in one night at home. Three on two for the Falcons. And John Lee is there defensively to break that rush up. Good job for John Lee, who is also the place kicker for the football team. There's a long one all the way back. Christopher will pick it off. And Christopher Correa Sandoval's punt is very short. That one is headed out. Northwest will get it. And it will be Johnston. Nope, he's going to dish it off. And it will be Carlos that throws it in. Out to center it goes. And Heights comes away with it. That one is sent back, and Shakhtar goes back there with it, and he'll just stop it himself and control it. And the officials Not exactly sure why they stopped the clock, and I don't know why. Now my clock's off. We'll just let it catch up. And there's a foul call that'll belong to Heights on a free kick. Kind of adamant about that puppy. Out to center and intercepted by Northwest. Carlos sends it forward. Oops, that one missed the target. Carlos comes back to get it, however, and he'll send it over to John Lee at the 35. Back into the center circle. Schachter sends it forward. Avila. On the near side, that one is launched up high by Carlos. Loose in front. And we're going to have a penalty kick. On the trip, Northwest will be awarded a penalty kick. And let's see who's coming up there to take it. Calvin Bell will take the penalty kick for Northwest. Here's the shot. And a save. I guess he didn't. Did that go in? I thought he saved it. And they put the goal up, so I'm wrong. It hit the back of the net. It must have hit the goalpost from the football field. That's what it was. So Calvin Bell gets his second goal of the night. And we're back underway. 6-0, Grizzlies lead. Well, he must have really blasted that one. I would have sworn that was a save and a big rebound instead of it coming off the padded upright of the football goalpost. Happened so fast it was a blur to me. Here comes Heights 3-on-2. And they can't get anything going. And that's been the story of their night for Heights. They've just been unable to get anything on track at all this evening. 15 minutes to go in the game. Grizzlies lead 6-0. 2 goals each by Eli Benning, Jesus Ortiz, and Calvin Bell. On the far side, knocked out a play, or it stayed in, excuse me. And that one is pushed out. It'll stay with Northwest. That one is pushed out, and that will stay with Northwest. Down the far side come the Falcons. Ball taken away by Northwest. That one's booted toward the crowd. Mentioned earlier, a very small crowd here tonight. $28 people I counted over there. And most of them are going to be Northwest people. So Heights not drawing very well at home at all. I don't know why this referee keeps stopping the clock. Christopher Correa Sandoval will have a goalkeeper distribution. And Shakhtar, John Lee, a nice tackle out of bounds. Be a throw in for the Falcons. And it comes, headed back and out of play. It'll be another throw in for Heights. Heights made a substitution. That's what we're waiting on. That one goes out of play. We'll do it again. About the same spot. And that one is finally cleared out to center by the Grizzlies. Back it goes. Avila leaves it for Brett Anderson. And Heights gets it back again. Nice play defensively. And here come the Grizzlies back. And there's a little push there. A little push and a lot of acting. If we were at the swimming pool at Northwest, I'd be holding up a 10 right now. Calvin Bell has it at center. And that one was picked off by Atwater. John Lee slipped on the turf. The turf monster got him. Ball goes out of play. It's a throw in for the Falcons. There it comes. And rejected by the Grizzlies. Well, we'll do it again. Another Heights throw in. Grizzlies back line with it. Now they send it forward. Dominic Johnson pops one in the air. And let's see what happens over here. 3-on-2. And it's kicked out of play. That'll be a corner kick for Northwest on the far side into the wind. And there's not a lot of wind left, maybe 15 miles an hour. Not bad at all. Eli Benning comes back in for Northwest. And he's going to replace Calvin Bell, I believe. Yep, Calvin comes out. By the time we get this corner kick off, we'll be down to 8 minutes remaining in the contest. Well, that was rejected by Heights. Bouncing around, goes out of play. It'll be a throw in for Northwest. Now we have a flag up. I think we have an offside call. We do. Offside on Northwest. It'll be a free kick for the Falcons. That one is picked off by Atwater. That one goes out of play. It'll be a throw in for Heights. Heights is going to sub a couple players. We're going to take a break. Back in 10.
This portion of Soccer on the Internet is brought to you by Credit Union of America, a full-service financial institution with offices conveniently located throughout Wichita, including their new branch at Central and Woodlawn.
Awaiting the throw-in from the Falcons. We'll do it again. Heights ball. Free kick was coming. I didn't see the foul, but that one's going to go out of play. Now that'll be a goal kick for Northwest. Let's go ahead and take another break. Back in 10.
Today's game sponsored in part by the law firm of Dugan and Garreau, 3636 Northridge Road.
Brandon Ramirez substitutes in for Northwest. David Avila sees one go out of play. Featherston brings it down. Can't get it past the last defender. Comes back, and Benning now will try and move it forward. He can't do so either. Here comes Heights with it. Heights coming down 2-on-4. That's not going to get it done. And Benning comes away with it for Northwest. Gives it off to Brandon Ramirez. Ramirez sends it forward. It's kicked out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Northwest. Featherston puts one in the center, but nothing there but black shirts. And they can't clear it. Benning has it. He's got 3 guys on him, but he manages to get rid of it on the far side. Centering pass, and that's blocked away. Heights keeps it in and brings it out to the 30. Now it goes out of play, and it will turn over to Northwest. 3.5 to go in the second half. 6-0. Grizzlies lead. We're going to be signing off here as soon as the game is over, as we have to pack up and get out of here before they turn the lights off on us. So let's give you the scoring summary now. We have 6 goals in the game, 2 each by Eli Benning, Jesus Ortiz, and Calvin Bell. Our next broadcast tomorrow night, we're back home at Northwest Stadium for football. Craig Kemrick will join me, along with our executive producer Shane Monroe and his crew. For Grizzly football, we'll take on the South High Titans in the Northwest homecoming football game. So if you can't come out for homecoming tomorrow night, and if you do come out, wear a jacket. It's going to be chilly. But if you can't come out, watch us tomorrow night on NWHS Grizz right here. We'll have the game for you beginning at 6:30 with the pregame show. Then Tuesday we go to Manhattan. We're on the air at 4:15 with pregame, and then JV and varsity in that order. We'll play the Manhattan Indians at Bishop Stadium, home of Lou Lane Field in Manhattan. And then the Grizzlies are back home next Thursday to take on Mays in a non-league doubleheader. The annual grudge match. There's a nice sliding shot. You got to give credit where credit's due. The goalkeeper made a nice play on that. Andrew Smith's a little bit frustrated, but that was a nice play. All the way around, it was a nice play. This ball's going to roll out of play. I think it'll be a goal kick. As we approach 1 minute remaining in the contest. Christopher takes it, makes it short. Then they work it up the field. Up to the 30 is Eli Benning with it. And a long pass forward. Featherston with it. He dishes it off. Give and go. This time it's going to go to Dominic Johnson, but he couldn't get anything going. When it got kicked out of play, it'll be a throw in for Northwest with 20 seconds remaining on the clock. In the air, headed out. PA announcer counting it down, and the Grizzlies are going to get 2 shutouts tonight. And we're final. Final score from Heights Stadium, Wichita Northwest 6 and Heights 0. On behalf of April Isbell, who was up here for the JV contest, and our executive producer for this one, Amaya Bates, I'm Kevin Arkin saying thank you for joining us. Hope to see you tomorrow night for football, and then next Tuesday from Manhattan for soccer. Until tomorrow night, have a happy homecoming week and a pleasant evening. Good night, everybody.